Hello, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're joining us for the first time, thanks for coming. Where have you been? But it's a good thing you've joined us already. And remember to subscribe because I know you'd enjoy the materials on this channel. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. Thanks for the support. So today we are in the US, in Chicago, particularly at the Loyola University, Chicago, in search of fully funded master's and PhD opportunities. So let's begin without any further delay. So I would like to begin with the English language requirements. So a number of international students are required to submit tests like the IELTS or the TOEFL or Duolingo or the rest, but there are exemptions. So these exams are often quite expensive, especially if you're coming from the global south. So getting a waiver, it's like a relief most times. So I'm happy to announce that there are waivers for those who studied in certain English speaking countries. So you can see here that the English proficiency exam requirement is waived for, and there are about four different bullet points concerning countries that do not need to submit English language test. So here you can see Canada, United Kingdom, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand. Now you see an Anglophone country in of Africa. There's Gambia, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria. I believe there are other Anglophone countries um, on the continent of Africa apart from these ones, but you can always engage with the admissions team that, oh, your country is also English speaking, how come it's not on the list? And things like that. So these are the list of other countries. So it's good news. If you study in the English language, you can always make a case that you do not need to submit the TOEFL or the IELTS exam. So that's it. And let's go to the courses themselves. So there's a list here of different courses. Of course, the link to this page will be in the description box of this video as usual. Most people do not know what the description box is, and I find that quite strange. It's actually just below the title of the video. There's an arrow that will just send you straight, and you see all the relevant links that you need to access this website. So this is the list of different courses, and when you click on this arrow here, or chevron, I think that's the name, chevron. Yeah, when you click on that, you get like a summary of each course and what is requires, whether it requires the GRE or not, the minimum GPA, as you can see here, and other quick bits of information. So you could also click on the website, this link here that takes you to the particular course website, and there you get more information. So we clicked on the applied statistics course here, and we can already see from the preliminary information that there's a deadline in January, or no, February rather, and there's another one in December. So I think probably aiming for the February or December deadline, and also look for when assistantship, that's like a scholarship, is available. So you could get more information, of course, on the website. You check for the admissions requirements, read through closely and see what they need. We talked about the English language test already, so that's sorted. But for this course particularly, it's a mathematical course, so it needs GRE. This particular one is GRE, but you might get other courses that GRE is either optional or not even spoken about at all. And of course, tuition and aid. Could rush there to see. You can see things about assistantships. You can see things about assistantships. So assistantships are like you work for the department and in return you're given like a stipend, and your tuition is also waived. So to apply, there are rules and regulations here on how to apply. But most times in the US, you're required to contact a professor. If it is not clear, I think it's best to contact the department secretary or the head of department. There's always somebody who is there to answer your questions. So it's good you contact them to clarify, is there a need to contact professors? For some universities, you're matched automatically with the professor you'll be working with. For others, you have to make deliberate, intentional effort to actually contact the professor. So if it is not written on this page, I think you should look for one of their contacts here and C, clarify that and know exactly how to strategize. So let's move on to another course. So this one requires the GRE, that's assistantships. There's a deadline in 1st of February, there's another one in December. So let's check for another course which is a little bit different from this one. Let's go to biology and see. So biology, this has just an MSc biology, and there's nothing here about the GRE, or is there? Okay, GRE subject in biology for applicants without an undergraduate degree in biology. So you only take the GRE if you do not have an undergraduate degree in biology. Like if you're coming from somewhere else, like maybe physics or chemistry or something, that is when you're required to take the GRE. We've talked about this already. You don't need to submit this. That's the TOEFL IELTS if you studied in the English language. So, of course, you could visit the page as well to get more information. Yes, this is the page. But let's go back there and open a separate tab for it. Yes. So, biology and C. Of course, you check for admissions, check for admissions requirements, and see how it meets with your own background and your own interest. And also check if you're required to submit an application or contact a professor before submitting an application or not. Yeah, you can also make that inquiry. Request form here, you can see a request form where you can make inquiries or look for an email of a contact person and make that inquiry. So let's go to funding, money issues. So you can see here that for the MSc in biology, you're entitled to $24,000 per year, and also tuition, full tuition fee cover, and insurance. So this is good. You have at least $2,000 per month, which is good. Then your insurance covered, full tuition covered. That's great. And there's a 2 year um, program, MSc in biology, and this will be covered for 2 years, pending on your good academic progress. So you can read more about the application deadlines. So different courses might have different deadlines as well. You can see this is February to be considered for funding. You have to submit your application by the 1st of February. So you could let's check for another course quickly before we go. Let's go for social science. Let's say sociology, for instance. So you can see for sociology, they have both an MA and PhD, and also look at their deadlines. And they say here that the GRE is optional. And of course, we looked at the, what they call it, the English waivers already. So once again, you could visit the particular course page, interact with it, and see what catches your interest. The deadlines, funding, can go for funding. Let's see if there's anything on funding. Let's go for graduate student support. Let's see what is available. Well, they said for 2021, because of COVID, there was no funding. But we expect to resume funding fellowships for PhD applicants in fall 2022. So that's good. So funding has resumed. It was paused initially because of COVID. So you can read through other bits of information here. There's just one other thing I want to bring to your notice. There's something peculiar about this university I would like to bring to your notice. So most departments require you to, if you're an international student, you have to undertake what they call a special um, evaluation of your transcript. I think it was written in one of these requirements that for international students, you might need to undertake a special evaluation of your transcript. That's you have to sit for or send your transcript for some kind of pairing, for some kind of review to match it up to the US standard. I saw this in a number of departments. So check if your department requires that international student review. So I think this is one of it here. This is the Department of mathematics and statistics, and I think they said something about um, people sending in their transcripts. So just read that on your own and see if it applies to you or not. I think it's here. Translate your foreign transcript to the US system. Foreign transcript should be translated over to the US system using these educational services here. The translated GPA must meet the minimum B requirement. So check whether your course requires this as well and see, maybe visit the site and see how it is done, or even ask the department directly how it is done. Take note of their deadlines as well and make sure you make the inquiries on time so you're not caught few days to the deadline, because you're less likely to receive a feedback or clarification if the deadline is just few days away. So I hope this was useful. Master's PhD positions at the Loyola University in Chicago in the US with funding as well. We saw in the biology department, it was actually specified that the funding is up to 24,000 dollars per year. That's I think that should be 2,000 per month, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. So try to catch at least one of these opportunities flying your way. There are several other opportunities on this YouTube channel apart from this particular one. So do not forget to subscribe and put your documents together. And we wish you all the best, of course. We cannot wait to celebrate you. Bye bye for now, and I will see you at the top sooner than later.